Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Weapons of defense don't get nearly enough credit in modern storytelling. You can have the best offensive weapons, swords, daggers, cannons, guns, you name it. But a good defensive weapon will always have you coming out on top. This is why today we're highlighting the top 10 most powerful shields of mythology. All your favorite heroes, and some you didn't even know about, coming through with that defense. But before we get started, why not become an archivist today by clicking that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. If you end up enjoying this video, let us know by giving it a thumbs up, and in the comment section, tell us what shield you would create and the powers you would bestow upon it.
Number 10. Perseus's Polished Shield. In Greek mythology, Perseus is the legendary founder of Mycenae and of the Perseid dynasty. He beheaded the Gorgon Medusa for Polydectes and saved Andromeda from the sea monster Cetus. He was the son of Zeus and the mortal Danae, as well as the half-brother and great-grandfather of Heracles. Hermes lent Perseus winged sandals to fly, and Athena gave him a polished shield. Perseus then proceeded to the Gorgon's cave, where he used the reflection from his shield to view Medusa to kill her. Perhaps this is a story of, it's not what you have, but how you use it. No innuendo intended, but without the shield, Perseus may have never prevailed. Number 9. Arimathea's Shield. 3 maidens were said to have brought this legendary shield to the castle in the legend of King Arthur. It was left there for Percival, who then uses it to defeat the Knight of the Burning Dragon. The knight was called this way because his own shield had the head of a dragon, which could actually breathe fire. Percival was able to defeat him because his own shield was the only one capable to protect him against it. Due to this level of protection, he cut off the sword hand of the knight and put his own sword in the mouth of the dragon, who, enraged, burned his owner to death. Number 8. Svalin. In Norse mythology, Svalin is a shield that protects the earth from burning. In the myth, if this shield were to fall from its position, the mountains and sea would burn up. Svalin means cold or chill. This shield is powerful not just because it keeps us all from being eaten up by the flames of the sun, but because it's actually a god. Of all the shields so far, this one is perhaps most deeply rooted in reality. Though in Norse mythology it's called Svalin and is said to be a physical shield, we have what we call an ozone, which is actually a great superhero name as well. Norse mythology was on it. Number 7. Achilles. Mars, the Roman god, had a shield with its very own name. Achilles was a shield that fell from heaven during the reign of Rome's second king, Numa Pompilius. It was so powerful and valuable that he had 11 copies made to confuse thieves. In total, the 12 sacred shields were all called the Ankylia and were kept in Mars's temple. The original shield was said to perpetuate Rome's state as a sovereign entity, and all others were kept with the original to dissuade any hero from attempting to steal them and maybe end up with the wrong one. Number 6. Shield of Evelach. Another Arthurian shield. This time a white shield belonging to King Evelach and his son Josephus in the time of Joseph of Arimathea, who seems to be a common name when talking about Arthurian shields. Josephus painted a cross on it with his own blood, which allowed the owner protection from the heavens. Later, Galahad won the shield from the shield's guardian and used it for himself, knowing it would allow him the protection that he needed in battle. Number 5. Shield of Achilles. Alright, so when you think of Achilles, it's not his shield that first comes to mind, is it? It's his heel. However, this shield, which he uses in his fight with Hector, had many intricate details on it. His original armor was worn by Patroclus in his battle with Hector, and when killed, the armor was taken as a trophy. Thetis, Achilles' mother, asked the god Hephaestus to give him other armor. His shield is described in detail with careful imagery and is the first in literature to describe a work of art with words so a reader could envision it without seeing it. Number 4. Srivatsa. The Srivatsa is a very different kind of shield. It's a symbol that is considered the shield of Vishnu, a Hindu god. and manifested often on his chest. It is said that in this mark is where his consort Lakshmi or Shri resides. The shield of Vishnu, a symbol worshipped and revered by the Hindus, is said to be manifested in the god's chest. In India, the bronze produced after the 10th century had the Srivatsa symbol as an inverted triangle on the right chest of Vishnu. This is very interesting because it's a very different concept of a shield. No need for steel, metal, or even hides, just the presence of a god all in one symbol. Now that's innovative. Number 3. Prydwen. King Arthur himself makes the list, with his shield known as Prydwen, or also... Okay, I admit it, I got a little help there in pronouncing that, but it just sounds like every key you can press on your keyboard at once. The shield and his weapons are named in a passage that says, "You shall have the request that head and tongue name, as far as the wind dries, as far as the rain wets, as far as the sun rises, as far as the sea stretches, as far as the earth extends, excepting only my ship, my mantle, my sword, Khaled Folk, my spear, Rango Minyat, my shield, my knife, Karwenen, and my wife, Guinevere." Theories say the shield would have been circular instead of elongated like in medieval wars, and some say it could have had a cross on it. Others think it was not a cross, but an image of the Virgin Mary. I bet she couldn't pronounce it either. Number 2. Aegis. Another shield with a name, this time Zeus's shield, which he often lent to his daughter Athena and also Perseus. Some sources state that it's not a shield the way we're used to thinking of such, but rather an animal skin worn over garments that offered extra protection. It wasn't ordinary by any means. It had the head of a gorgon and actually roared during battle, and it was also covered in gold scales like a snake. It stated that when Zeus shook it, the clouds would cover Mount Ida, and humans would hide in fear. Aegis, the shield's name, comes from the meanings violent windstorm, divine shield, and goatskin garment. Pretty self-explanatory, I'd say. Number 1. Shield of Ajax. Ajax is a major hero in Homer's Iliad. He's described as a man of great stature, a large frame, and great strength. His training was some of the best, done by a centaur. He was fearless, a commander of an army, and holder of a massive shield made of 7 cowhides and a layer of bronze. He is not wounded in any of the battles in the Iliad, and receives hardly any help from the gods, until Book 13 when Poseidon renews his strength with a strike of his staff. He's mostly a defensive warrior, often coming to the camp's cover when necessary. Ajax is the hero who, with Odysseus, fights the Trojans to recover Achilles' body after his death. Ajax's shield could be the reason why he stays alive and well throughout the story. Thanks for watching. Don't shield us and the rest of the YouTube universe from your comments. Leave them now in the comments section. And before you go, be sure to subscribe, click the bell, and give this video a like.